Hey, what's going on guys? Mixube here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a Teferi Hero of Dominaria control deck for 100 card Historic Brawl. So for those of you that don't know, they added a free Historic Brawl queue back to Arena, and it's live for the 2-week period in between where we should have actually had the permanent Historic Brawl queue, but because of some weird update stuff where basically the Historic Brawl queue was supposed to be coming up with the update. We didn't get it, but they can still give us a temporary event queue. So long story short, we actually can play Historic Brawl. 100 card Historic Brawl to be more specific. And Historic Brawl from now on will always be 100 card. So last time this came around, I was very busy and didn't play much of it. But now it's back and I'm super excited to actually get into some Arena Commander is what we're going to call it. So we're running Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, and the Historic Brawl queue sort of has like a power level algorithm matcher. So all the games I've played with this deck are either against Kinnan. I've played against Nico Bolas before. I guess it matches a 5-mana control planeswalker against the 5-mana control planeswalker. I played against Omnath. I've played against other Teferis. I think that's, oh no, and Golos. Those are literally the only decks I've faced with this over and over and over again. So you're going to see a couple fun games. The deck, I'm not going to go through it because it's literally 100 cards. You can just take a look at it on your screen. It will be in the description down below as always. As long as Aether Hub can process 100 card Historic Brawl decks, I'm not sure. I've never actually tried to put one there, but I'm going to try to put it in the description. We have a mix of ramp cards, board wipes, removal, card draw, and counter spells. We also have a bunch of cards that help us take over the game. Quick note, a lot of cards that are illegal in Historic, such as Brainstorm, Swords to Plowshares, and Time Warp are all legal in this format. Oh, we also have Counterspell, which is really cool. So we're running a bunch of that. The deck plays like any control deck really wants to stall at the early game. It wants to ramp a lot more than typical control decks because in this format, ramping is very important, hence all the mana artifacts. And then essentially you want to take over with Teferi and your other powerful late game plays. Of note, we have Agent of Treachery, which is banned in a ton of formats on Arena, but we can actually play here, and it's a freaking powerful card. It's one of the best ways to take out a commander. Also, if you want to play Historic Brawl, but you're missing a couple of rares or mythics, just swap them out for something else. The format isn't ranked, at least not right now. I'm not sure if the queue is going to be ranked or not. But yeah, if you're missing like a rare land, just put in another basic land or put in a common dual land. It really is not that important. Like if you want to be super spiky, you can definitely craft some of these cards. But depending on how tight your wild card collection is, I wouldn't stress all that much about it. Anything else I want to mention? Yeah, really quickly. If you're playing in the queue and you get one win, you get 3,000 XP for your Mastery Pass. So be sure to at least play one game with whatever deck, or win one game with whatever deck you can muster up. If you play a more low-powered deck, then you will face more low-powered decks. And there's a lot of conceding early. If people miss lands in like the first 3-4 turns, people just scoop because the queue isn't ranked, so you'll probably be able to get a bunch of Mastery Pass XP. So guys, I know we didn't go through it, but it's a really long deck, and I've been talking for a while, so you guys can kind of like take a look at the cards. If you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video. It will be in the description down below as always, and consider subscribing. It motivates you to make more content. Also, if you want to see more Historic Brawl Commander, 100 card Historic Brawl, you guys know what I'm saying. Let me know in the comments because this format is freaking sweet and I'm down to play it, even though it's going to change in about 2 weeks with the release of Historic Horizons 2. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Let's get into some games. All right, opponent's going to start. We have 3 lands. I think this is a keep. We have a board wipe for if ever Kinnan gets out of hand. Opponent starts out with Once Upon a Time, so a good start for them. I've not faced Kinnan yet, so whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 more mana of that type. Sorry, of any type that permanent produced. Okay. Let's get Artenvale down tapped, because right now we don't have a plains. And this can be bolted in. Paradise Druid. That's an interesting draw. Brainstorm is pretty good. So what do? Do we hold open Censor? I think we could just foretell Doomscar to have the potential of having it down on 3. I don't hate that. Okay. Lots of stuff happening on both ends. Or not exactly happening right now, but, you know, that can happen. So they have 3 mana because of Paradise Druid and Kinnan combined. So they play Cultivate. Alright, that's pretty good. That mana advantage is going to be disgusting over the course of a longer game. So is this just Wrath? Is it worth taking out these two? We tax Kinnan. It can come right back down. I think that's worth it. We can bolt in the Amiria's Call. Wrath the board. Nice little 2-for-1. Kinnan will start costing more and more each time. Okay. Elder Gargaroth. So what are we doing here? Is it just commit? Opponent can have counter spells in their deck. Should I commit it now? Maybe we pass and see what they do. I don't really want to take a bump from this. You know what? I'm not going to take the risk of this getting countered. We're just going to commit it back to hand. Oh no, back to the top of their deck. Sorry. Because them countering the commit is really bad. Yeah, now they're just tapping a bunch of mana for the Simic Locket. So I think this is Brainstorm. Look for land. Perfect. We can put back Ugin and Time Warp in that order. So, how much mana am I looking to have? We can blow this up if we want with the intervention, but I don't think that's the play. We can play out Mind Stone now and then have Censor online as well as playing tapped Guildgate. I kind of like that. Let's get Mind Stone down. And Guildgate down as well. Okay. We finally get the Mind Stone out of our hand, increasing our mana. That's tough. Okay, well, Gargaroth comes right back. Do we cycle this? I think so. We're against a deck that can produce a ton of mana. I think just them drawing a card is better. Sorry, us drawing a card with it is better. So is this Tef? Tef comes down, minuses on Gargaroth. Seems okay. We can also just play the Glacial Fortress. Cool. Could have also been Ugin. Right, Ugin just coming down and blowing it up. But I like getting Tef online here. Questing Beast, okay. And Questing Beast will go face and eat my Teferi as well. Not a bad answer. At least the opponent is stumbling on land right now. It seemed that that Cultivate was very important. We're going to take that action. And a Leafkin Druid. Okay. Alright. So is this another Teftuck? Or is this Ugin? Let's play our land. This might be an Ugin turn. Ugin coming down, blowing up Questing Beast. Or it could just be Big Tef for 7 mana. I don't have anything to I don't have any way to interact really. I could make Big Shark at instant speed. I don't really want to use Time Warp when I don't have a Planeswalker on the board. And memory isn't great. Our hand's pretty good minus the intervention. So it's either Tef, come down and take out Questing Beast, or Ugin. And I'm kind of liking Ugin right now. Just so we don't overtax our Tef too quickly. And they don't have an answer to this either. Also, if they were going to answer a Planeswalker, like if they have the answer in their top, like, in their hand, then they're going to have to answer an Ugin before they answer a Teferi. And I'd rather have Tef. Okay, Kinnan comes down. This can produce a bunch more mana now. So they have 2, 3, 4, 5. Ronus. Alright. So when Ronus ETBs double the power of each creature you control until end of turn. Okay, they gain Vigilance. That's fine. What else? When it dies or is put in exile, you may put it on top of its owner's, or third from the top, like all the other God Eternals. Okay. Cool. I plus my Ugin. And there's a land underneath. So is this just play Tef? Play Tef minus Ronus? Or is this Time Warp? Time Warp, take another turn, plus this up again? I don't think so. I think we just play Tef and tuck Ronus. We now have actual blockers. And if I could take an extra turn with 2 Planeswalkers, we're in a really good spot. So Gargaroth can come down, but it doesn't really do anything for us, or for them, sorry. Ulamog! Fuck. Not bad. Not bad. Indestructible threat that can legitimately mill me out. Okay. That's pretty scary, not gonna lie. So how do I deal with Ulamog? This is like draw 2, amass X. Sorry, yeah. That doesn't really do it for me. I can chump it a bunch of times, but whenever it attacks, it like absolutely clips my library, which is not something I'm really down for right now. So Ulamog is a problem. We need like cast out. How much mana do we have? 8. So we can go search for Azcanta. We can go Time Warp. Try to take another turn. I don't hate it. Let's take the extra turn. Keep trying to get further ahead. We ignore Command Tower right now. We can bin that. It has flashback anyways, and it gets us closer to actually flipping Azcanta. Okay. I need some more mana. That's the issue right now. We have to be able to tuck this Ulamog. So we play tap land. Is it time to slam Shark Typhoon? It can make a lot of blockers. Or do I just cycle it? If I had one more mana, it'd be a lot better of a play. Maybe this is just a commence the endgame turn. Try to get deeper into the deck. Okay, I'm going to save my Shark Typhoon. Heliod's intervention looking pretty bad right now. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, which is good. Let's see how they want to attack. This is tough. Rip 20 cards. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's really not ideal. Okay. I block. At least I get a land for this. Yep. Love that noise of the absolute bust that is Ulamog crashing into my poor little Ugin Spirit token. So, do I amass or do I just make a big shark? I'm going to amass. I want to keep getting deeper into my deck. Okay. And that's where all the land was. We can bin that pretty happily. Flip Azcanta. Hello. Hello. But now the question is, do they have a counterspell? They left all this mana open. I think they have a counterspell. So do we just go for this? I have not drawn any counter magic. We're going to get down Command Tower. Okay, we're going to do another quick mana check. 11 mana. All right. So we can make a 9/9 shark, which is not exactly it. If I could make an 11/11, it'd be more convincing. They are a Simic deck. They only have 2 cards in hand. You know what? I'm going to say fuck it. And I'm going to go for the Agent of Treachery. Do you have a counterspell? They do not. The other logic for going for Agent of Treachery is if they have like Negate, then we don't get punished, or we don't get punished because Negate can actually deal with Tef. Do I get in there? Yeah, let's get in there. This token's not getting in there past a Gargaroth, so we might as well try to push a bit of damage through. Especially if we're going to get aggressive with an Ulamog. Takes it. Nice. Are they going to sack the Locket to draw? Okay. At the B. So now I have to discard. Each opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7. Sedge. Do I blow this up to prevent them from getting a card? I think so. I think it's better than making a shark than having to just discard afterwards. So we're going to destroy X. We're going to destroy X equals 1 and shoot the Locket. Autopay. At least they won't be able to cycle that for more mana, for more cards in the future. Sorry. And now we can still cast Tef and tuck this back. Okay, they activate Kinnan. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Okay, opponent draws 7 cards. Casually. Not bad. Jin-Gataxias, guys. They have to discard, though? No, unless they have no maximum hand size. No, they do have maximum hand size. Okay. Well, if they're going to draw all these cards and we have an Ulamog, things could get pretty out of hand. The issue with Tef is that if it comes down and minuses on the Jin-Gataxias, then the Pixie just takes it out. And that's what it is. But I can't exactly have this thing just chilling, right? Okay, let's go to combat. Ulamog. And do I hold this back? No, let's push in some damage. There go 20 cards. I love how laggy Arena is when you do that. If I had Time Warp right now, that'd be disgusting. But sadly, we do not. And, I mean, they can take 15. Ah, they just scoop it up. Yeah, Ulamog's a bitch, isn't it? Agent of Treachery, guys. What a freaking card. Ooh, Grixis. I really like this hand in the face of Grixis control. Sadly, we have to play 2 tap lands. Hopefully we just draw 1 untapped land here. Make our lives a lot easier. Okay. It could not be. Do I take this land? I think so. I think we take any land with this hand. We're trying to build up to like big Sphinx's revs and Gear Hulks and stuff. And they're on a slow start as well. Tapped Guildgate means we get to hold open, Disdainful Stroke for literally no purpose. And Think Twice, which is probably what we're going to end up doing. We just want to keep hitting our lands, keep drawing some cards, and eventually take over with our big spells. Tap Lockthwain. I will draw a card. Cool. Solemn Simulacrum. That's not bad. It can ramp. We do have to tap out for it. What are they casting on 4 that I probably counter? There's a couple things. Let's play it safe. Tapped Cave, pass the turn. We still get to hold open Disdainful Stroke, and if they don't cast anything, we have a Think Twice in the yard. Cool. Nice cheeky little removal spell here. I really want to play Simulacrum, but then we're leaving all this mana open, or leaving ourselves really open to literally anything. Chromatic Lantern. How much do I care? I think I just counter it. It's a mana rock. It does eat a counterspell, but we are also forcing some action by doing this. That's not bad. We're going to keep the extra turn spell. I could play Tef here, but if it gets countered, that's really bad. So I think we just go for Simulacrum. Keep progressing our mana. Take that action. I'm going to grab a Plains just because if we ever draw a castle, it'll enter untapped. Actually, no, it will enter untapped because of the farmland anyways. And we're going to pass with Disdainful Stroke open. Jwari's Disruption. Cool. More land is always very welcome here. We have Gearhulk as a sort of Sinister Sabotage. That one life gain coming through. How much mana do I have? 7. I kind of want to do a big rev, but at the same time, like, how much am I drawing? 4. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus another 5, 9 cards. If we play Land Foretell, we'll be fine, right? We can hold open Gearhulk as Sinister Sabotage and Sphinx's Rev here. Opponents on, like, do nothing tribal. Anger the Gods. Sure. And they scoop it up. Yeah, let's go. Like, in these control mirrors, no one wants to cast their spells, I'm telling you guys. Okay, we start. Let's go against Omnath. Against Omnath, these cards are very relevant. I don't think I can mull a hand that has 3 lands as well as some counter spells. Card draw would be even better, but you know what? We'll get there. Okay, what am I playing around with my hand for? I'm gonna play this tapped. Okay. Maybe we cycle Cast Out, because Double Blue is a very relevant color or set of colors. But we have some land, and Cast Out can actually come down and take out Omnath, so we're going to hold for a minute. Field of Ruin to potentially fix our Double Blue problem if the opponent doesn't want to cast anything. Sorry. Llanowar Elves. Sure. I think I can remove the Hall of the Oracles. This might help them color fix, but at least any like +1/+1 counter garbage won't be there. And it's in their deck for a reason. Hopefully that reason isn't just color fixing. So they have like green, green, red. They need white and blue. I would not be surprised if they fetch blue here. Okay. And the 100-card Brawl queue is a bit laggier, I've noticed. Flibblethip! That boy Flibblethip. So what's the play? Is it just land go? Is it tap land go? Could be Flibblethip. And hold open. I don't think it's a Flibblethip turn. I think it's a... Well, it's actually interesting. If I have 4 mana, what can I do? I can hold open Dispute. I can't hold open both of these because of the double blue. I could seal away plus this. I can seal away plus counterspell if I play untap land, but I think we just get tap land out of the way. Hold open like seal away and dispute, or just counterspell. If I'm not in a crazy rush, I think it's always better just to get the counterspell down. Okay, Migration Path. I think that's a Mystical Dispute. We slow them down quite a bit. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I think this is fine, because now we can play Tef. And Tef actually will stick. And we can untap both of these and hold open all our 2-mana interaction, which is very relevant. Another green source. Are they just going to poke at Tef? I think I take one here. Or I take one to Tef to potentially counter something. Either with Azorius or Counterspell. And they don't go for it. I think that's still worth 1 loyalty. You can take them off 1 mana. We know they're struggling for mana based on the Migration Path that we countered. I draw a card.
You know what? I'm not done.
Doom Scar. Let's play Flibblethip. Flibblethip will draw us a card. Guardian Idol. I can play that out, right? Yeah, let's just keep developing our mana. There's no blue, so we're not worried about counterspells. So is it just like this, Foretell Doomscar, and then untap with 2 mana? I mean, very mana efficient turn. And we tap out for like a second here, but because of Tef Plus, it's not a problem. We're good. Okay. Honestly, if the opponent scoops, like, I would not blame them. Nylea, they might scoop to this. Which is also why we held Azorius. We know they're a little stuck on mana. Oh, they're gonna make me kill them, aren't they? Alright. Okay, they're not. They scoop it up. Yeah, we just kind of farm an Omnath deck there. It's not really close after countering the Migration Path for blue mana.